Let's talk about the deficit that it would create. Sizable deficit would come with these cuts that are talked about being offered.
And you know, that's a really, really big concern. The whole idea of adding with interest over $2 trillion to our national debt, being advanced by the same people who, when I've tried to get additional resources to prevent child abuse, to assist in other programs, even relatively small amounts, they've objected and said, we want to prevent child abuse, but we just can't afford it. We've had a delay on our highways and our transportation system because they weren't willing to fund those. Now they come along and say we can add another $2 trillion of debt and we'll just grow out of that. $2 trillion of debt will jeopardize Social Security and Medicare and educational resources. I think our focus ought to be growing our economy, yes, here in America, but by investing in people, by recognizing the benefits of immigration reform and more investment in education and job training.
And you filed a number of amendments to address some of the things that you want to see changed in the plan. Talk to me about the most significant amendment you think you filed, the one that you really want to see get included.
Well, there's several. I think investing in education. I tried to protect all of the various education provisions. They even eliminated a little deduction teachers get for paying for materials for their classroom. So the education protection that's so important to us here, preventing jobs from going offshore by charging the same rates there. And then I propose to maintain the alternative minimum tax. I believe that all Americans with means have a responsibility to pay something for our national security. And the idea that people will use these tax laws in a way where some will pay nothing or next to nothing, I believe we need to have a minimum that we and corporations pay to contribute to the good that is America.
And you all have a very aggressive deadline put forth by the president. He said he would like to be signing this by Christmas.
Well, I think it is an aggressive deadline, and I think that we'll prevent that happening only if more Americans get engaged in demanding that we not pass a tax bill that benefits just those at the top. I'd like to see us make some changes in corporate taxation. I think that would be helpful to our economy. I'd be glad to see the rate reduced on corporate taxation, but it shouldn't be paid for with borrowed money. So it ought to be paid for by closing loopholes, simplification, as you mentioned, eliminating these special preferences that some corporations get so that the tax rate is fair, and that would help grow our economy.
All right, so busy week ahead for you.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. We appreciate it. Congressman Doggett says he does expect the tax bill to pass in the House, but he's not sure what will happen to it in the Senate. That's Texas This Week.